most talked about political events in Europe right now. You ran as an independent nationalist candidate who unexpectedly stirred up a political storm in Romania. The first round of voting, you won with 23% of the vote. On December 4th, the U.S. expressed concerns over Russian involvement in cyber activities influencing this election. On December 6th, the Romanian Constitutional Court annulled the results due to allegations of the Russian interference with zero evidence. You are known to be a man of the people, and you are a believer in Jesus Christ, from what I understand. And so before I start, I found a verse that I thought was very fitting for what you're going through, what the U.S. is going through, and what the world is going through right now. It's Ephesians 6:12. For we are not fighting against flesh and blood enemies, but against evil rulers and authorities of the unseen world, against mighty powers in this dark world, and against evil spirits in heavenly places.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Just one mention that independent, yes, but dependent by the Romanian people. I am for the working class. I am for the working families. I am for to foster the domestic economy and to don't depend about others. But looks that it is wrong for the oligarch system, which, by the way, in order to start, to be very clear, I am not a political correct person. And I am against, or I am anti-oligarch system. I am anti-woke. I am anti-LGBT. And let's be very clear, we are with God and we are for our land. And this have to be for all the countries around the world, not only for Romania. If it's a signal for Romania, it's great. But in any case, we have to be free men, free people, as the God blessing us from the early beginning. But looks that the oligarch system, which already they lost, they didn't know yet, or they know that they don't want to realize that this happened, what is happened.
I think they know.
We dance, I am telling you, Sean.
I think they know.
We are dancing now.
You know, I've seen a lot of similarities from what I've gathered in with this election that's happening in Romania right now, also with the 2020 election in the United States and the election that we just went through. And so I know you have limited time and you're a busy man. And so I want to start with, what are the allegations against you?
You know what? Lies rush. Truth waits. Always. Because we cannot do a changement if we are not say the truth. The truth is the most important part of our life. And all this stuff are related to his interference from Russia, which doesn't exist. I have no any relationship myself. And besides, there are zero proofs in general what they are talking about.
How do they think Russia interfered? What are they saying?
They are saying that they interfered, but they don't explain how. Important is they don't, even the former president, Iohannis, had an interview in December. And the journalist asked him exactly as you asked me now. And he said, we have no proofs. We have just, we suspect, we have suspicion.
So there was a very broad
statement, yeah.
No specifics.
No specific. Even in the Bucharest court, where we have, I mean, they have no evidence.
Did this stem from the Biden administration?
Yeah, I mean, what I want to say is from the beginning that the second round of elections was illegally and unconstitutionally cancelled. They stolen the vote of the people. New elections, or they are talking now, are fraud, even bigger, right? And the Romanian people are aware that was a coup d'etat order from abroad and implemented by Romanian oligarchs. Because I want to underline the most important sentence of our conversation today. They are alert about the word peace because they need war. And from early beginning, now and forever, I am the person for peace. I am the president of peace. And all my campaign was for peace. And I said, we don't need war. We need just peace. And when they ask me different, let's say, legacy media, which sometimes they prefer the lies instead of truths, I said, yes, I shall stop in the first second any contribution from Romania for this war.
Who are some of these oligarchs in Romania? What do they do?
You know, the system is everywhere. The system is in civil servants. It's a system. They are in a network made by Soros from early beginning of 90.
From Soros?
George Soros, yeah.
George Soros that just got the...
With the same situation as he made everywhere. And was a civil society destroyed totally from 1990. And I wish to be very clear that in the first minute, when I shall be official president, the Soros network in Romania will be banned. Banned. Because did a lot of damage for our country and for our people. A lot, significant, I'm telling you. And it's not only for Romania. And by the way, this situation which they made now, they set a dangerous situation, you know, a dangerous precedent, not only for Romania, for the whole world, and most special for the United States.
When is the last time that Romania had a president that wasn't under the influence of oligarchs in the deep state? Has there ever been?
This was started already in 1990. So 1989 was a coup d'etat together with a revolutionary act from the people, the true believers at the time, okay? But in fact was a coup d'etat. And Soros network particularly, they stolen the country immediately. And we arrived today with zero capacity in order to produce our domestic economy. And in general, the people are so, it's another country, another Romanian country is abroad, which is, of course, it's very dangerous and it's not good for us. So it's one country outside, one country inside. Mm-hmm. And it's not, they don't left for good. They left Romania because they need decent work and they need a dignity, you know.
When it comes to the allegations against the Russian influence in the election process right now, I just want to ask you, man to man, have you had any contact with Vladimir Putin?
No, zero, absolutely zero.
Is anybody in your campaign that you're aware of?
Nobody. Important is particularly myself. I have no relationship, no contacts, no communication. Just, I know like you from the TV, this is all. But in any case, important is that nobody asked official them. I mean, in a sense, those guys which they accuse us, I'm speaking about the Romanian side, they didn't ask the Russian embassy or official, let's say, conversation with them. What is going on here? No. And there is zero evidence. So from my side, as I said, it's zero contact. From their side, no evidence. So everything which is going on today in the whole world is because is Russian influence.
Seems to be the commonality.
So exactly, it's like meat.
They did the same thing against President Trump, and that wound up being a hoax.
Exactly. So don't forget that in the allegation from Trump before, it's absolutely equal with what I received. It's just they changed Trump with Georgescu, this is all. But in fact, they are the same. The Romanian people, I said in the early beginning, is aware of the fact that it was a coup d'etat, exactly as I said, order from abroad and implemented by the Romanian oligarchs. European Union is totally for this war.
Mm-hmm.
We are not. It's not our war. It's not our problem. Again, we are looking just for peace. I don't want to see one man, one young man, to be involved in this situation.
If you do win the presidency here, we reconstruct the Romanian government. How much of the government is corrupt?
All
All of it.
of them.
How will you reconstruct that?
It's very simple. Very simple. You don't have to do something specific for that. But for sure, in the moment when the productive property is spread everywhere, that means you spread the power to each citizen. You got my point? Because each of them will be free. He has the capacity to produce profit with his own hands. And the state help him. Because the private property is a key element. And here I am, exactly as Thomas Jefferson made. I don't invade the wheel, I'm telling you. I learn from our predecessors, as Thomas Jefferson was. For me, it's an absolute ideal one. And here we discuss about how we can spread the productive property, how we can spread the power to the people in order to produce goods and value added. And we don't sell the natural resources like that. We sell value added. You don't sell the timber. You sell the chair, or you sell you understand, the furniture.
You sell the products made from the resources.
Exactly. So this does mean that in the moment when you empower your people to produce and to foster the domestic economy, the country immediately, they clean the corruption. Because the corruption now dictates the process. And in the moment when they dictate this, the big fish eat the small fish. And it's finished.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the domestic product, the domestic people, they don't have any word to say.
When the election resumes, we have to start from the first round again?
It's difficult to accept this, almost impossible, because new elections are fraud even bigger. We are looking for the second round, and we are looking that before 20, I hope, or after 20, in the first day, President Trump to give a wise signal to all world. But besides, we are Romanian people alone with God. So we continue our way like already we start.